Hey, welcome back to Mobility Project. Recently on the through the comments and some of the athletes I've been interacting with, we've been talking about neck problems. And specifically, I've been seeing herniated discs. I've seen athletes herniate coming through. We've seen a lot of kind of mechanical problems in the neck area. Now, if I'm squatting, it makes good sense that, hey, if I lose my lumbar position and then reverse back up, that's going to be a problem. Basically, we know that as one of our fundamental movement kind of paradigms is that we're trying to limit spinal movement under load. Specifically, we're trying to eliminate shear. Now, one of the aspects of this is this starts to make sense. You know, if I'm pulling heavy weights and I dump into position, that combination flexion shear is a really, really insidious load, and that's a mechanism for where we see disc kind of derangement. Recently we were talking about running and seeing all the problems and kind of associated with repetitive head loading. Well, this is a big one. When I'm loading my arms, I'm putting my arms over my head, a supporting load over my head, since my traps are attaching right up into my neck. And here's the problem, is that my neck becomes a stabilizer for my traps. If I surrender that head position, I immediately surrender the attachment from my traps. We also see that the head acts like a keystone. So that if I break head position, I'm going to break through the whole system, shoulders round, can't close off, and we see all of these problems in our athletes. Throwing the head over the bar is no different than have a big reversal in the pelvis as I squat, or overextending as I go overhead. A change in spinal position under load absolutely happens. One of our athletes recently said on the MobilityWOD, hey, we should move away from the two-hand rule, which is finding the pubic bone and the sternum and setting a relationship here, and they're like, we should go to the three-hand rule. And I'm like, that's great, but I don't have three hands per se. So what we're looking for is maintaining neutral position, especially when I go overhead. It is not okay to throw your chin over the bar. This difference in work is negligible. You haven't done anything. You've met some fake requirement, and you've exposed your neck to a horrendous amount of shear under an enormous load when that spine is already under lots of tension. You've got to keep your head still. This I cannot stress enough. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at some athletes. What we've got is filming here is Carl Powley and one of his athletes, and we're just going to watch and see how this moves.
Let's watch it from the side.
Let's see what we got going on here.
Jump up here or on this one. Any bar right here, facing outward. Kelly, do you want to grab from the side?
Yeah.
So just gonna do like 5 different pull-ups. You can go aggressive if you want. Just go for it. He actually got better as he went. I think he listened to you a little bit.
Now, what did you see there, Coach?
So basic thing that's happening, he's actually doing a really clean tip. It's almost like you have an amazing coach, right? Yeah. But I think the biggest thing, shing. But the biggest thing that we're seeing is that little flinch at the top. What we're thinking about when we're doing pull-ups, the majority of us, we're thinking chin over the bar, so we're trying to throw that chin to get that little extra inch and not have to focus on our pulling mechanism. And Hob is doing that really well. He's getting to the top, he's like, I don't have to pull anymore, let me just be lazy, let me shoot that chin over the bar. And when he hits that position, that's kind of that flinch, shoulder gets into a bad position, all the crap.
Oh, the pain.
Does that look beautiful? So what we realize is that we have to cue it a little bit different. We can't just say, hey, let's get you into a good chin position or a good neutral position, because when we're in that tunnel going at high speeds, it's very hard to do that. So just like Kelly says, you have to get organized before you go. But when you're in the movement going from A to B, we also have to start thinking about different things. So for Hob, what we're going to say is, instead of trying to pull your chin over the bar, you're going to try to pull the bar under your chin. Okay, can you do that?
Whoa, that's some crazy talk. Throw your bar under the chin.
Go for it. So just look straight ahead the whole time. Don't look at the bar. That's better. Just keep Oh, there you flinched. There you go, not bad. And this, once again, so he missed on a couple, but
much better quality movement.
What he realizes is that it's actually harder to move the right way. So this is what we call kind of blocking the bad movement patterns. So what we're trying to do is, how do we develop these movement patterns that are really good by just using basic push-up mechanics, basic pull-up mechanics, and really emphasize that during warm-up and prep.
Wait, I don't. That's not what I care about. I care about, you know, disc herniation. I don't care about going faster. Is that true or false? Do I have to compromise on those things?
You can care about whatever you want. We just have to care about proper movement, and all those things that you care about will go away. I may put you out of business.
So it's really about going faster and more efficient. Can you give us an example, Carl, what you're talking about?
Of the pull-ups?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I can't jump that high. I'm a little smaller.
El pocket. It's disgusting. Your feet were too together. Oh, could you show us the dismount again?
The dismount?
Yeah. For 1 point. Stick it! Beautiful. So look, what we want to do is move away from saying, hey, I'm coaching my athletes around problems. You know, can we look at shoulder rotation? Absolutely. This episode and mission is for you to start really paying attention. When we see people doing push-ups and the head breaks, shoulders round, I lose that global stability, that spinal stability. I no longer control the one joint. And this is where we're going. If I'm going to maintain control of the primary engine, I absolutely have to maintain this neutrality of the spine and this primacy of the spinal position. If I surrender that, I no longer can control the shoulder, I'm overextended, and that's where our problem comes. So we always start with that center concept. Hey, let's fix the trunk and head first, and then magically things improve. MobilityWOD, see you guys tomorrow.